Welcome to the Urban Debate on Magic Bricks, now India's first property channel. I'm Faye D'Souza. For the citizens of Mumbai, it's been a tough couple of days. They've spent several hours on the road, in the trains, getting to where they need to be as the city has failed them once again. That's our topic this evening. But before we get to it, let's take a look at the headlines at this hour. In Mumbai, Shiv Sena Supremo Uddhav Thackeray inaugurates water pumping stations worth 100 crore rupees to curb water logging in the city. Meanwhile, Mumbaikars are left fighting terrible traffic snarls across the city. We ask, why does it take 3 hours to cross the Western Express Highway? What sort of productivity will we have in the national financial capital? A massive hike for 1 crore government employees and pensioners across India. The cabinet approves the 7th Pay Commission recommendations. The real estate industry expects the pay hike to improve demand for homes. Up north in the national capital, a massive protest is outside the Lieutenant Governor's home. Residents of the Katputli colony ask the government why they don't have homes yet. DLF gets a shot in the arm. Promoter KP Singh and family will pump 10,000 crore rupees into the real estate developer in order to make it completely debt-free. Well, for the citizens of Mumbai, the city has come to a near standstill every day since the monsoon set in. A stretch of road which normally takes an hour to cover now takes over 3 hours during peak hours. We fanned across our reporters across the city and found out that the average Mumbaikar is not just fighting the rains this year, they're left fighting traffic. To put things into perspective, let's say a resident of Kandivali travels to an office in Lower Parel, which is the CBD or where all of the offices are, which is Central Business District. They spend an average of 6 hours on the road every day. That's 3 hours one way, and we've checked this. Now, 6 hours a day is 30 hours a week. That means the average Mumbaikar is spending 240 hours through the course of the monsoon, which is over 2 months. That's 10 days spent in bumper-to-bumper traffic on the road. The citizens are paying for poor planning one more time. Today on the Urban Debate, we ask why the government has not done more to solve these problems. To represent the government, Balchandra Shirsat is the BJP spokesperson who joins us for the state government. Sudhir Badami, transport expert, also in the studio. Rishi Agarwal, environmentalist. Shailesh Gandhi is the former CIC and RTI activist. Arvind Sawant is a citizen voice. Bharat Kumar Rao is a senior journalist. And YP Singh, former IPS and a lawyer in Mumbai. I want to thank all of you gentlemen for joining us on the show. Sudhir Badami, this is a conversation we've had over and over again. I'm just sitting here as a citizen of this city. If I spend 3.5 hours in my car every day, I do not have the energy and the time to work. What is the productivity that we are offering to this city? What is the quality of life that we are giving our citizens in the city of Mumbai? This is absolutely appalling.
You want me to react?
I do want you to react.
Okay. You started by saying average Mumbaikar. And I think people who are using car are not average Mumbaikars to start with.
Okay.
Next thing is that if you are looking at the roads and the time it takes and exhausts us, I think there are alternatives available on the roads which we are not giving enough importance to, and therefore we are not getting any solutions. Because I think the typical question comes up is, do we have the space for BRTS? We do not want to apply our minds to find out how we can bring in solutions. We just say we have no space, we want metro. I have no objections about metro at all. Only thing is it costs a lot, and more than that, it takes, my estimate is minimum 50 years for 200 kilometers of metro, or whatever, 170 kilometers that they have planned. So I think it's ridiculous for us to not think about BRTS seriously, which they had really started off with real earnest around 2008.
All right, the BRT is not implemented. Mr. Bharat Kumar...
They were not being implemented.
They're just not being considered.
They just shelved the particular thought that they had started off in 2008.
Mr. Bharat Kumar Rao, as a citizen of this city, when you look at the way the city is being managed right now, and here's my problem: the Western Express Highway is nobody's responsibility. There's no one particular body that has to take responsibility other than the police, and we'll get to the police in a little while. But what is this? How does this make you feel as a citizen?
As a citizen, I feel helpless, many times angry, and I'm fearful about the whole thing. Who is running this city? Am I left to the mercy of the God, if at all is there? What is happening? Then when I go to the root cause of the whole thing, I think it can be a full debate who is responsible for this. Mumbai city is managed by more than 16 authorities, more than 16 bodies which run this city. And we only say that, oh, BMC is responsible for all the khaddas and the roadblocks.
Yes,
And there are 16 agencies. And there is no controlling. There has to be one umbrella organization which could control all this. I don't know for what, but there is no such authority. Is Maharashtra government authority? It is also not, because Western Railway, Central Railway, Harbour, they don't come under BMC or Maharashtra government.
Yes.
Is BMC involved in this? They fully in
Road transport or just transport in the city of Mumbai should have one umbrella authority.
Are not under Mumbai Municipal Corporation. So many agencies, there are telephone authorities, there are other things which don't come under BMC, they don't come under state government authority. So who is running this city?
Who is running this city? Who is running the transport of the millions of people who work and live in this city? Mr. YP Singh, do you want to take a stab at that question? Who's responsible for the city of Mumbai?
Where does the buck stop?
Where does the buck stop?
I think there are all these organizations which are required to, which lead to generation of traffic and control of traffic. They are responsible. According to me, the number one culprit is corruption. Because what happens is that there has been an enormous increase in FSI
corruption in which
along.
agency, Mr.
And,
Singh? Corruption in which agency?
Yes, I have been dealing with thousands of matters relating to real estate, and I see one thing, that first of all, they enhanced the FSI. Now you were just talking of the Western Express Highway. BKC, when it was planned with an FSI of 1. There were lots of forces coming in. They came with the concept of a global FSI, totally illegal, because FSI generates from a specific plot, not from the entire BKC, which comprises roads and so many other reservations. After global FSI, they increased the FSI to 4. So what was contemplated as 1, the traffic load goes to 10. And after that, there has been a lot of corruption enhancement, and therefore there have been such massive FSI frauds that, for instance, a building which is required to be reconstructed with the same FSI, if it's 2-storied earlier, now it becomes 22-storied.
So be a little more. I want to, Mr. Singh, I want you to focus on this question.
There has to be an environment impact assessment. Yes.
I want you to focus on this question from the point of view of traffic congestion here. And from your experience with the police, we know that, of course, the traffic police have a certain responsibility in managing traffic. We heard citizens come out and say, we don't know what the police is doing other than just catching us if we're not wearing our helmets. They don't seem to be able to manage the traffic. I've personally noticed police on the street, and this I want to acknowledge, the traffic police of Mumbai standing in the pouring rain, attempting to do their job to the best of their ability, but I don't think they're being serviced by the roads. I don't think they're being serviced enough by infrastructure and the people who are putting up the infrastructure.
Exactly.
I want you to address that, Mr. Singh. What is the challenge that the police are facing?
This is the point which I was bringing. Yes, you have asked a very pertinent question, because cops are really sweating all around 365 days a year. If anybody goes on the Western Express Highway, they will realize this. They are the only people who are working hard, and they have to slog so much because it is the politician, it is the BMC who indulged in corruption. When a road is designed for an 1 FSI and you have a 10 FSI which is catering to that road, naturally there has to be an enormous congestion. If BKC FSI has been increased by 1 to 10, in that case a road which is of the width of 36 meters should be of the road of width of 72 meters. Western Express Highway, if it has a width of 60 meters, it should be of the width of 120 meters. Now these fundamental questions are not being asked. Development plan concept, entire concept has been thrown to the winds. It is just arbitrary. It's the builder who commands the BMC and the politician and other planning authorities. They dispose, and with so much of traffic being generated, what would a poor traffic cop do? He will only get suffocated in pollution, and this is really very appalling situation. Therefore, I reiterate, the problem is that of corruption being perpetrated by the builders, which leads to enhanced FSI, enhanced traffic when on narrow roads.
Bharat Kumar, you disagree? It's not corruption?
No, I'm not saying I disagree, but corruption in other departments, I don't know whether it is responsible for congestion. It is lack of long-term planning. That is.
But lack of long-term planning, are you telling me the people who run our city don't know that it should be, you should have a plan?
Let me complete just one sentence.
Okay.
We have a building of 16 flats. Okay, then as Mr. Singh said, the FSI is increased for God knows for what reason, and suddenly there 110 flats come in, or 65 flats come in. Each flat now is having minimum 2 cars. So how many cars increased on that one flat in one building?
Each of those flats,
Mumbai roads capable of taking that type of additional road traffic? No,
each of those flats, nobody is thinking about it because there is no public transport.
No
in
environment
this city.
impact assessment is done.
No public transport. Okay, let's bring in Balachandra Shirsat here. Mr. Shirsat, respond from the point of view of the government. Now, we can talk about the various agencies that run this city, but the truth is this is the capital of Maharashtra. There is a responsibility, given the GDP generated in the city of Mumbai, there is a responsibility that the government of Maharashtra has towards the citizens of Mumbai who work so hard and generate that kind of tax income for you. Where is the solution? Give me the solution.
Definitely. Let us consider some facts. The population of Mumbai city is 1,25 lakhs, out of which 95 lakh people stay in suburbs.
And pay taxes. All of them pay taxes.
75% population today is in suburbs.
Okay.
And that is why they have to travel from city to suburbs such a long way. People go in car not because they are not average Mumbaikars. They don't afford, but they have no alternative. They can't get into the train. They can't get into first class compartment of the train. They cannot catch BST bus.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is
definitely
that?
This is
if there is a lack of planning.
so many years, no planning was done for. There is a trunk line. Western Express Highway, Eastern Express Highway, LBS.
You can no longer. Let me make this very clear.
Now this government has started working on Metro 2.
This government started 2.5 years ago.
Metro 4, Coastal Road.
We've had your government.
Digital control.
None of those solutions are immediate solutions.
CCTV. We have got new flyovers coming up. All these alternate routes.
You're just doing more of the same old wrong things which have been.
More than 40% traffic.
Rishi Agarwal. No, one second.
I'll give
Rishi
one example
Agarwal.
of Andheri.
We have a fundamental
Andheri
problem.
To Lokhandwala.
Mr. Shirsat,
now after the metro has started, the whole road traffic
no car user is using the metro line one, Mr. Shirsat.
Okay, listen to a response. Rishi Agarwal,
Mr.
do you
Shirsat
buy that
first?
response?
Yeah. So, Mr. Shirsat, you mentioned the Coast Road. I think that is just doing more of the same mistake again and again. I would just like to give a few examples. In fact, Mr. Nitin Gadkari should be on the show and show some accountability, because in 1997 to 2002, he's the one who made the statement that if
Let me tell you, Nitin Gadkari doesn't agree to appear on any show. It's not that we haven't tried, Rishi. We've tried several times.
I'm just giving you an example.
True.
That in 1997, 98, 99, he was the one who proudly said that by giving 55 flyovers to Mumbai, we will completely solve Mumbai's traffic problems. And the emphatic statement was made that from BKC to Borivali, you'll be able to go in 30 minutes with these flyovers. And in the sustainable transport realm, where some of us are, we've been continuously opposing this whole fascination with roads and projects and flyovers and coast roads. And look at what is happening. Now when Mr. Shirsat is saying, oh, our government has come in now, what are you doing? You're doing a horribly wrong thing to the city. 13,000 crores on coast road, which is going to benefit only 200,000 motorists, is completely wrong decision, and it's only going to make the traffic situation worse in the coming years. What you need is systematic institutional intervention, which nobody wants to do. And coming back to responding to some of the points, I don't think corruption itself is such a fundamental problem. The fact is that nobody, absolutely nobody, has a sense of ownership for Mumbai, including the people who are suffering 3-hour traffic jams on Western Express Highway. If I were to say it, then the people of Mumbai themselves are to blame, because successively for the past 20 years, they have not questioned their leadership. it's only activists who seem to keep fighting these wrong decisions. Why don't people see these kind of television debates? Don't they read television? Don't they read newspapers? The kind of articles we write, the kind of comments we keep making year in and year out. So these have been championing for BRTS, etc. So when people do not stand up for good options, then I think they deserve to suffer whatever the consequences of those bad options, which the politicians and the bureaucracy takes.
Before I give Balchandar Sirsat an opportunity to respond to this, I want you to take a look at what we're looking at our screen here, Mr. Sirsat. This is today. These are people who left their offices this evening and attempted to drive home. Bandra Kurla complex, Choco block. It took over 70 minutes to drive through Bandra Kurla complex this evening. Santa Cruz Chembur Link Road, completely Choco block. This is what it looks like in the opposite direction in the morning. It takes 3 hours to drive through the city, Amar Mahal in Mumbai. This is what it looks like.
Most of the people are hearing radio.
I came from the same road today here.
Okay,
Yeah.
And what has been your experience?
And it was choked. I'm not disagreeing, it was not choked. But it doesn't take 3 hours. Amar Mahal, I stay in Ghatkopar. From Ghatkopar, I came to BKC.
You came from Ghatkopar to BKC, Mr. Sirsat, in the opposite direction. This is rush hour going from BKC to Ghatkopar.
Actually, rush hour area was clear. Non-rush hour direction was choked. And it took me 1 hour to cross that Santa Cruz Link Road, which should take 7 to 8 minutes.
And whose fault is that?
It took me 2 hours
See,
to
it is the
complete
fault of
20
no
kilometers
planning.
today.
And as Mr. Benami Sudhir ji is saying, or environmentalist is saying, coastal road nahi chahiye, ye nahi chahiye, BRTS chahiye.
देखिए सर,
Let me tell you what happened in Delhi.
नहीं, मैं ये बोल रही हूँ,
Mono,
Mr. Sirsat,
coastal road are going to take up the traffic to 80%.
ठीक है,
and
sir,
then public transport
I have
will be
I have a
enhanced.
submission. As a citizen, as your citizen, I have a submission to you, and I will also come straight to Mr. Gandhi. But my question is simply this. ठीक है, आप coastal road बना रहे हैं, 10 साल लगेंगे.
नहीं लगेंगे 10 साल.
तो सर वो बनने वाला ही नहीं है, 100% नहीं बनने वाला.
Announcement किया तब the government
run
was
into
changed.
troubles, you will waste
Now
public money and
government
abandon
has
the
not
project.
changed.
How long will it take?
Road,
How long will it
coastal road, DRP, the plan is ready.
How
Coastal
long
road
will it
will
take?
be ready within 4 years.
Within
Metro,
4 years.
Metro 3, Metro
So,
4.
BRT on
Jodhpur
coastal
to
road
Dahisar.
is useless.
See now you have shown on your show only Kandivli connectivity.
Mr.
Kandivli
Sirsat,
to Dahisar takes 2 hours.
BRT on
Toll
coastal
Naka
road is
fully jammed.
useless.
Kulaba to
Mr.
Dahisar,
Sirsat, road,
you can
Kal suba,
travel in
tomorrow
Dahisar
morning,
by metro,
tomorrow morning.
Metro and monorail and coastal roads are going to solve these problems.
They will solve this problem
Just
in
like
4 years.
just like
Tomorrow
the
morning,
55
what will
flyovers
these
15
same
years back
people?
have solved the problem today?
What will the same people who took 3 hours to reach their homes tonight, what will they do tomorrow morning? What is the immediate solution that you can offer these people? There is no immediate solution.
not able to give good roads.
Government has not worked.
Do not blame. The past is behind us.
Has not worked.
Mr. Sirsat,
We have
the past
started
is
working.
behind
For 20
us.
years,
We
BJP
cannot
Shiv
make
Sena has
changes
the road
overnight.
department under them.
Tomorrow,
Sure.
today night, no change will take place, and tomorrow morning situation will not change, because I have been traveling from Ghatkopar to Kandivli attending a wedding. I have a problem. If I start at 7 o'clock, I reach at 11 o'clock. By the time the bride and groom are at home. So this is the problem even with us. It is not the
So
case.
you are telling me that the BJP government of Maharashtra has
Is
no
working,
solution,
has
no
started
immediate
working.
solution.
Definitely they are bringing solutions. They have brought solutions.
One
They
of the
have
solutions
started
that they're
working on
thinking
Metro
of
3.
is,
They have
one of the
started
thinking, may I add
connecting
something?
Kulaba to Dahisar. Kulaba to Dahisar within 1 hour in definite time, and single ticketing.
Mr. Sirsat, this is
Very
not a good
important
enough
is
answer
single
for me.
ticketing. What is happening? Every time you have to buy another ticket. With one
I
ticket,
think we've been hearing
from
all of
one
this,
place
Mr.
to
Sirsat,
other
for
place,
far too long.
You take any transport, you take normal train, metro train,
Mr.
monorail,
Sirsat, this answer
BST
is
bus,
not good for me.
same
I'm going to
ticket
put.
will work.
I want you to look at those visuals again of the traffic that we're talking about. I want you to consider. These people who are spending 3-4 hours a day in their car. This is the capital of the state. These are people with jobs who have to go to their jobs, who have to drive home, who have to tend to their families, who get no time with their children, who get no time with their families because they're spending all of that time on the road. What solution does the government of Maharashtra have to offer to its citizens who are currently suffering? I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's happening in the next 4 years. I want to know what's happening tomorrow. What solution do we have for these people? These people are suffering. I want to know what solution do we have for these people immediately. Mr. Shir, sir.
Let the honorable panelists suggest the solution, we will adopt it.
Holiday.
Let them suggest
Tomorrow,
a solution.
overnight solution.
Overnight solution. Okay, an overnight solution. This is a great opportunity. Sudhir Badami.
No, we can give overnight.
Okay.
Give us
No,
an
I'll
overnight
give
solution.
I'll also have an overnight solution. I have an overnight solution.
On the lighter vein,
Yes.
because we need to also joke around a little bit. If we have holidays during the rainy season, unlike the summer, which we don't have so bad summer in Mumbai, I think we will suffer less.
No, not just. So if I can just add to
Rishi,
that, Faye.
yeah. No, I want to take this a little seriously.
No, so I'm
because
not
we
saying-
want to offer overnight
No,
solutions,
so I'm
and I
not
know
giving
there
a-
are.
No, I'm
Rishi,
not-
go
I'm-
ahead.
I'm giving a serious solution.
Yes.
I was just sitting with another friend 2 days back. He has a startup, and they're running a startup with 20 people, and they clearly realize that they cannot operate like this at all. And they have taken a conscious decision that everybody will work 1 day from home, 1 day from office. So they are alternating, and I think this is something about which the city will have to really become mature, and that is the only way you can keep 50% people off the roads and ensure that they're working from home and are able to contribute. I mean, if people are going to spend 6 hours a day anyways on the road, what productivity will they have in the office? Half the time they're going to be cribbing about their lives, so you're better off just letting them be at home, and I think that's an
Okay,
overnight
Rishi, that's a
solution.
suggestion. Okay, that's a suggestion for
The Chief Minister needs to announce
Yes.
this.
I have one
All are
suggestion.
not IT professionals to sit at home and work.
It's not always
is
like I
already
can't work from
implemented
home.
by
You can't work
companies.
I
from
can't
home.
work from home, Rishi. That might not always
And
be a.
bank people cannot work from home.
Shailesh Gandhi has not
No,
spoken
but-
yet. Shailesh Gandhi, can you give the government a solution, overnight solution that they can implement?
I think overnight solutions exist in fairy tales, ma'am. And I would submit that what Sudhir is saying is right partially, but there is a solution which is possible in the next 1 or 2 years, which is the first thing has to be focus on mass transport, focus on public transport. Immediately, I mean, even your conversation I was hearing, you kept talking of people in cars spending 3 hours. Let's focus purely on public transport, because today, as far as I know, Mumbai's linear density of cars is absurdly high. Nothing is going to solve that. In the monsoon, it gets worse because the roads are bad and there are potholes, which refers to the corruption that YP Singh was talking about. The second thing is,
Shailesh Gandhi, let me just respond to this. Let me just respond to this as a citizen. Let me just respond to this as a citizen. The reason why people use cars in Mumbai is because public transport is appalling. It is in an appalling state of affairs.
It's a neglect
You
of 30,
cannot
40
get into
years.
the train. The train is so far beyond its capacity at this point that it's inhuman to travel in Mumbai's trains. There, I said it. It's inhuman to travel in Mumbai's trains. The buses are in an appalling
I
state of
concede
affairs.
that.
You get out of the train station,
Ma'am, I
last mile
concede that.
connectivity between a train
I
station and your
concede that.
office is appalling. There are no taxis that will take you from the train station to your office. There are no autos that will take you from the train station to your home. It is such an uncomfortable proposition. I'm not saying that the citizens of Mumbai enjoy paying EMIs on their cars, enjoy spending that kind of money on petrol that should have been made cheaper for us. That is not available either. So you're punishing us in every possible way. What are we to do?
See, basically, I
Ma'am,
never travel from
you hit
Ghatkopar
the
to
nail on the
Lokhandwala
head.
or Andheri by
Public
car now
transport is
because
appalling.
metro is there.
Why don't we
Before
focus
metro,
on
I was
public
forced to
transport?
travel by
I
car.
think the way
But
Sudhir
now
is
I can
suggesting.
reach
And another
Andheri
thing.
within
Wait,
We are not
20 minutes.
focusing on
I want to know.
minutes,
I want to know
and we
Mr.
expect
Gandhi's response.
solutions,
Let's
and
hear
we
him out.
expect overnight solutions. This I don't think is possible.
All right, overnight solutions are not possible. Mr. Balkrishna.
I don't have full-fledged
Shall I
overnight
speak?
solution. But what Mr. Gandhi, just let me suggest you something. What we
Unless
can
say
do
half the
tomorrow
people
morning
stay
and
at home
say
every
in 1
day. I
week's
mean,
time.
okay, that's a possible thing. If
Okay,
No,
go
but,
ahead.
Faye, we can certainly discuss 5-year solutions.
Yes.
What we
which
can
have been
do,
discussed in the
two things
development
we
plan
can do
itself.
immediately. One is the Delhi experiment that was odd even numbers,
Yes.
so that definitely the number of cars will
Come down.
will reduce to half. This is one way. Another
it's not
thing
as
is,
simple as
why
that.
can't we stagger office timings?
Okay.
Instead of all coming from 10 to 5 or 9 to 6, whatever, why can't some people start working at 8 o'clock or 7:30 in the morning? That's what happens in Europe in many places, and return home by 4 o'clock. Some start at 10 o'clock, return home at 6 o'clock. Some start at 11:30.
That is already
return home at
existing in
11,
Mumbai.
7:30. So if there is staggering of this office hours
We have nothing
and
called
odd
as
even
non-peak
numbers
hours
are
left
Mr.
anyway.
Bharat Kumar,
then perhaps we can
it's
take
already there.
overnight solution on that. It is not a full-fledged solution. I know that.
I want-
but at
yeah,
least
okay.
it could
That's a
it
fair-
will reduce our plight to half.
All right. Arvind Sawant, as a citizen of the city, what's your response to these solutions? Do you have a solution for your government?
अभी ये जिस चर्चा में हो रहा है
जी।
कि जो नागरिक की सामान्य नागरिक की बात हो रही है तो असहाय है, भयभीत है बहुत। अभी मैं लोअर परल सिटीजन हूँ, यहाँ का रहने वाला हूँ, स्थानिक हूँ। अगर आपको शाम को 6:30 से 10:30 बजे तक तो 9:30 बजे तक दादर न तो माहिम जाना होगा लोअर परल से, तो आपको एक आधा घंटा जाता है
जी।
नॉर्मली ये जो टाइमिंग है वो 10 से 5 मिनट में आप पहुँच सकते, लेकिन पहुँच नहीं पाते क्योंकि ये सब जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो है सिटी में, जो इसकी परमिशन जिनके पास है, जो देता है, वो उनके बारे में कुछ सोचा नहीं है। क्योंकि जो लोअर परस में जो टावर्स बने बड़े बड़े बड़ी बड़ी इमारतें जो बनी रही है, उसके बारे में रास्ते तो उतने ही है, स्ट्रीट तो उतने ही है, उसकी तो जगह बड़ी नहीं है। कार्स और बाकी की जो संख्या बढ़ रही है, पॉपुलेशन बढ़ रहा है, इसके मुताबिक बाकी का जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, रास्ते हैं, बाकी के जो है सुविधा वो नहीं बढ़ रही है, तो उसके कारण प्रॉब्लम रहेगा। सेकंड थिंग कि जो भी अभी जो पेवर ब्लॉक जो है, तो पेवर ब्लॉक उसमें भी एक थोड़ा पॉलिटिकली थोड़ा इशू है ये कि अगर आप सीमेंट के रास्ते बनाते हैं तो उसकी गारंटी 20 बरस की रहती है, और पेवर ब्लॉक के बनाते तो 6 महीने भी 2 महीने भी तोड़ सकते हैं। तो उसमें एक्चुअली थोड़ा करप्शन ही रहे उसमें कि देखा जाए तो एक अगर आप सीमेंट के रास्ते बनाते हैं तो उसका 20 बरस का गारंटी है, और जो पेवर ब्लॉक के बनाते हैं तो पेवर ब्लॉक के 6 महीने के अंदर निकाल देते हैं, तो उसमें पक्का करप्शन है ही। और उसमें जो नागरिक के बारे में कुछ सोच नहीं रहे लोग,
नागरिक के बारे में नहीं सोच रहे थे। Nobody is thinking about the citizen. YP Singh, I want you to respond to that. The fact that the people who make our roads are fundamentally corrupt. The fact that the roads are being made, and we know that this is one of the rules that the BMC follows, which is the contractor who is awarded the road also by default has the contract to repair that road, which means it is in the general interest of that contractor to build the weakest road possible and continue to win more and more business on repairs. YP Singh, why is the fundamental the system that the BMC follows so corrupt? What is the experience that you've had when you were part of the police?
Well, I think the corruption which is there in the BMC, road repairs is a very, very minor component, and there is always something that you always look at the neighbor. BMC, the bulk of the corruption which arises, that's at the development plan department, the building proposal department. They permit large buildings, but the roads they don't allow to increase. For instance, there have been several attempts to increase the road of Senapati Bapat Marg from 90 feet to say 120 feet. But the moment you try to do this, builders coming and they frustrate the attempt. There was another road, DP road, which was going from Worli towards Sivri. That was initially 30 meters. Certain developers came in. The road was reduced to about 20 meters. Then again in the last DP it was reduced to 30 meters. Back it is to 20 meters. Now if the bulk of the roads are so narrow, this is where the corruption lies. Whereas the repair is concerned,
But
the
road widening
contractor
is
who
not the
prepares
solution, Mr. YP Singh.
makes the road. This is important, but this is yes, no, look, this is not the overwhelming reason, because road repairs are required, but the cause of traffic jam are narrow roads, and you cannot increase the width of the roads because there are so many builders coming in. If Lower Parel had so many buildings coming up, why did not the BMC prevail that okay, from 90 feet Senapati Barpa part, which was used by earlier mill workers who used to be pedestrians, who used to go by train, there were no cars. At that time the width was 90 feet, and today why not the width
But
is
if you're going to keep
meters?
adding
Why is it
600
not
cars
200
every
feet?
day, Mr. YP
Why?
Singh,
Because builders
any amount
don't
of
allow
wide
it.
road
They
will
don't
get
want
exhausted.
to part with their precious. No, look. There is a 4 FSI. Now there was a half a FSI when
So
the mill was
land
there.
use is a
Today
separate
all
issue, Mr.
builders have
Singh.
got these traffic.
But wide
these
roads has
parking,
nothing to do with
taken
traffic
4
jams.
FSI. 4 FSI plus corruption FSI. No, 4 FSI plus corruption FSI, which is I always say 2 to 3. So if half an FSI was there when the mills were there, and today there is a 7 or 8 FSI being perpetrated by the builders, why should not the road be widened? If there were one car and today there are 100 cars, why should not the road be widened? Why is it not contributing
No,
to?
Mr.
And like for
Mr. Singh, you're not
instance,
from
you
that
have
discipline.
malls,
You don't
so many
understand that
things coming
subject
up.
properly.
How can
so I
you
think
say that?
what you're saying is completely wrong.
I am from that discipline. I have handled. You ask me any case, I can tell you. I have analyzed traffic impact studies. Traffic impact studies required to be done for 12 months before an environment clearance is given to a project. And today, copy paste method is used, and the traffic impact study is done just in a matter of 15 days, 1 month, whereas it requires 4 seasons. What is the traffic in monsoons? What is there in winters? What is there in summers? What is the emission in the winters? These are central pollution control guidelines. They all are this. I am dealing with this subject only. I know that specifically, and therefore I am pointing it out. It is corruption. It is right from certain people always say the money goes right up to Delhi from this thing. Why the CM is having urban development department with him? Why can't he give it to a specialist minister? Why is it? And you are talking of just that only small road repairs, and you say
Bharat
that
Kumar, corruption that goes from the state right up to Delhi, this is fundamental corruption. Do you agree? Bharatji?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, corruption has now entered in our blood, in our DNA. So I will not say that any department, any project, any scheme is free from corruption. A problem here is that कोई भी रास्ते पे खड्डा हो गया, blame BMC. The BMC has become a punching bag. So anybody comes and punches the BMC.
But it is the BMC's responsibility.
No, it is not.
It is the BMC. Whose responsibility is the road? Whose responsibility
If you look
is the
at the
road?
geography of Mumbai, you will find that many roads, basically the artery roads, are constructed and manned by MMRDA. There are some roads which are PWD
Maintenance
roads.
of the road is whose responsibility?
So there, and the licensing of new cars is not done by BMC. It is done by the transport department of the state government. So how do you keep blaming the BMC for this? BMC should not be blamed. I go by Mr. Former police commissioner's remark that yes, there are some builders lobbies, some other lobbies, they come in between, something happens, corruption happens, and the road's width is reduced. See, you can increase the FSI of buildings from 1.33 to
see,
10.
I'll tell you where
But
I stand.
How do you increase the FSI of roads?
I'm actually approaching this problem. Mr. Shirsad, I'm going to come to you. I'm approaching this problem as a citizen of this city. I have someone on the phone line who also has a problem. Mr. Shirsad, as far as I'm concerned, the Urban Development Ministry of the state of Maharashtra is held by Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. As a citizen who has voted, as a citizen who pays my taxes, he owes me an explanation of why this city is in the current state that it is right now. And I expect an explanation from my Urban Development Minister. Vipasha is also a citizen of Mumbai. She has called us on the phone line. She demands an explanation as well. Vipasha, go ahead.
Hi. Okay. The thing is, my office is in Tardeo, and I'm located at Andheri. Every single day, I travel by road, and it takes me nearly 3 hours to get home. Yeah. So, and now, like, it's hardly raining, but still, there's so much of traffic on the road. There are potholes, and it's such a nuisance. You know, sometimes you really wonder, like, I don't know where our money goes. We pay such heavy taxes. I have no idea where it goes, and it's the same every year. Year on year, this debate takes place, but I don't know why. Like, why is there absolutely no solution to this? I don't know who to be blamed, but
I think there is no need to be so pessimistic. There's no need to be that pessimistic.
Mr. Badami, if you spend 3 hours a day getting home, you'd be pessimistic.
No, I also had to travel like that, and I have solutions. I've been talking about it in details. I've been a member of the committee for BRTS for Mumbai, but why they have shelved it, I can tell you straight away.
These are utopian solutions.
Solution is that BRTS costs so little that I think many builders and developers are looking
Mr.
at...
Sudhir Badami, which city of India has the BRTS?
You don't need to have which city in India. You have to look at the world. You have to look at the China also. Now, China is looking into BRTS very seriously. They have gone ahead with that.
We cannot have silver bullets in a sense. So, BRTS is not in a sense a silver bullet. The idea is that I think we failed the city institutionally over a period of 3 to 4 decades. Even before in some of the debates which I participated over here, I've been continuously saying an urban planning unit is completely missing in Mumbai. We're not employing transportation engineers, transport planners, land use planning is completely missing. all the decisions are taken by this whole nexus of bureaucrat, contractor, politician.
Who don't understand things.
Who don't understand things at all. And unless you're not going to put technically qualified people, I mean, just take the example of the Millland district, which has been coming up again and again. 10 years back, we had the opportunity to create affordable housing right in the center of the city, so that at least 10,000 people who are now staying in Kandivali, Dahisar, Chembur, outside Mumbai limits also, and traveling to Lower Parel could have stayed over there. But what we are doing over here is building 3,000 square feet apartments for which there are no buyers. 50% of them are lying empty. They're just being invested into. We could have created 500 square feet to 1,000 square feet apartments, and people would have lived, played and worked in a perimeter of 2 kilometers, where they could have gone to a Phoenix Mall, they could have worked in a Kamla Mill compound and stayed somewhere close by, and they could have walked or cycled. So again, coming back, the development plan, we've been proposing transit-oriented development. And I think if we were to start following the principles of transit-oriented development over the next 5 years also, then there is some solution. First of all, there are no overnight solutions, and I don't think there are silver bullets like just BRTS alone. We'll need to do 5 or 6 things together. And first things first, the Chief Minister needs to make up his mind whether he wants to set up an urban planning unit for Mumbai, which will be staffed with at least 100 urban planning professionals who understand the subject and don't just talk in terms of, say, corruption in general, or even like I have a serious objection to the road widening debate, which the point which Mr. YP Singh was just making.
In fact, I want to go back to Mr. YP Singh and ask you, Mr. Singh, I want to ask you a very simple question. If we focus on just the Western Express Highway, I know there are a lot of citizens who turn around and say there are problems all over the city. Let's focus on this one artery.
And it's been widened. And the best thing is that the Western Express Highway has been widened over the past 15 years, and we are still not seeing a solution.
As a possible solution right now, just for the people who are driving back and forth, Mr. Singh, is it possible, do you think, to include more lanes on the other side of the road to this one-way traffic? Because we see on the Western Express Highway every day, the traffic going in one direction is the problem. In the evening, the traffic going in the opposite direction is the problem. Can there be more lanes dedicated? I know there are challenges of bridges and, of turn-offs on that road. But is that a possibility? Yes. If we look at the footage that we're looking at right now, the other side of the road is completely empty. All of the traffic is in one direction.
Yes.
Mr. Singh.
Yes, there is a solution provided there is no corruption. Yes, there is a solution because provided there is no corruption. We have a Western Express Highway which is having the prescribed width of around 60 meters, that's about 200 feet. Under the National Highway, under the Highway Authority instructions, there has to be a jacket of 30 meters on either side of the highway. That means this highway could be 120 meters. But what happens that when corruption comes in, highway authorities give NOC to the builders who construct within that 30 meters they are required to leave. Now the moment you start from Kalanagar onwards, and if you both see both sides the news, yes, this 30 meter is sacrosanct. Now, if you go along and you start from the National Herald building and you keep on going right up to Borivali, and there are big builders, big names, big corporate entities who have constructed within that 30 meters, and they just approach the highway authorities. BMC says before clearing the plans, get the NOC, they get the NOC and they do it. Now, when there is a provision of having a buffer of 30 meters on either side, you see the development plan. Development plan also has a buffer. When this buffer is there, why this buffer is not being followed? They only say only up to the highway you don't construct, and there are buildings which are almost touching the highway. This is unthinkable. So if you have so much of corruption, and we know that Western Express Highway is the arterial road, it is the heart and soul of Mumbai,
Singh,
and if you have not catered to this contingency which is provided
I
under the law, what will happen? I think we can only lament. We can only lament.
Want to get into the past, but the thing is, Mr. Singh, you were also heading one department and you said that you have studied the issue. Now the problem is, during that time, why this type of suggestion never came in?
No, these are the cases I deal with as a lawyer.
Coming in forcefully.
These are the cases I deal with as a lawyer.
No, you are a lawyer now. Before that, you were in the system. So when you are in the system, why this thing was not insisted upon?
Yes,
I would like to know that has the situation changed that much that you could not suggest that that time, and now you can come up and suggest.
That is because the understanding is not there in the system. The people do not understand urban development and transportation
there has been an erosion of values, Mr. Rao.
Yes.
Now with this government, urban
now
planning
there's a
department,
deterioration
very
of
much
values. When
it
we
is
joined
very
the services, to take a cup of tea in the police station was a taboo. And then later on they said, okay, you can take some gifts from a police station. Then they could say you could take some packets from the police station. And now they say, no, we are going to have a deal with every department in BMC, even to get a peon posted in the building proposal department. Many a time the recommendation comes from the office of the Chief Minister. What is so great about urban development department that the Chief Minister wants to keep it as his personal portfolio? Now if Mr. Rishi Agarwal is saying that there has to be an urban development authority or an entire planning authority, in that eventuality, why doesn't the CM shed it? Every builder, you go to the outside of the CM's office, you see the urban development department, see how builders are hovering around. BMC commissioner, he has no time to meet the people who oppose builders, but see his appointment directory. Every builder who's been doing wrongs, he is giving a star treatment in the office of the municipal commissioner.
Respond to this. There is an excess between the
basic objection with the urban development and city development plans, and Chief Minister continuing with that. The Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis is honest and efficient Chief Minister. I don't think you will agree to that.
What honest you are talking? Who is the SRA chief who has been appointed? What is the record of the Mahada chief? Mahada chief stays in a 5,000 square feet flat, which is costing only with report for 25 lakhs.
And not only that,
what is the credentials of the BMC commissioner? He chooses the corrupt people and posts them there in the prime positions.
All these things are coming up. All these things will come up, and we will have additional FSI of road. We will have additional FSI of road, Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, we will have widening of roads. Why we cannot have roads?
Who is the SRA chief? You know what was his record?
We can have
he is in the companies of the builders. His wife works in the companies of the builders, for whom he has given his statutory authority. He has given favors to him. And such a person who's on record.
Mr. Singh, it is important that we have 10% of the city think
we have what is happening to increase the railway. We will have elevated railway
to remove corruption, Mumbai will be heaven.
By Honorable Minister.
Who will remove that corruption?
So we will have different modes of transport and integrated ticketing, which will solve the problem. Not the urban development minister.
We are not achieving anything. We are not achieving anything. Mr. Singh and Mr. Sirsat, we are not achieving anything.
We will not achieve everything.
By yelling at each other.
Everything. Not tomorrow morning. Not tomorrow morning.
By yelling at each other.
No panelist could suggest overnight solution. There is no overnight solution. Government has failed for last 50 years.
Okay, Mr.
50 years. Now government has started working, and we will do it in next 5 years.
Mr. Sirsat, what you are following is what the previous government has suggested.
Yes, because remove the corrupt officers.
Enough times in the past. During our term, Mumbai will become a Singapore, Mumbai will become a Shanghai, Mumbai will become this, that.
You will not use your car. The car will be a luxury. It will be just luxury for release.
Mr. Sirsat, I don't think we will achieve anything by yelling at each other right now. The roads in Mumbai are suffering one more time because of the rains. The average speed at which people drive has dropped to close to nothing. It takes people 3 hours or more sometimes to get to their homes. My appeal is to the citizens of Mumbai, if you're having issues, send us photographs on Twitter or on our website. We will make sure that the government hears about the bottlenecks that you're facing. One of the major bottlenecks that we're looking at right now is that's Amar Mahal in Mumbai this evening on the 29th of June. That's the Bandra Kurla complex, which is meant to be state-of-the-art, modern, central business district. That's Bandra Kurla complex one more time. You're seeing on your screen, these are photographs sent to us by regular citizens who are suffering right now. Santa Cruz Chembur Link Road, also on the 29th of June, completely jammed on one side of the road, which is the rush hour side. What we're looking at right now are appalling. It's an appalling state of affairs for the citizens of Mumbai. We pay our taxes, we go to work, we work very hard to be part of this city. We expect the same sort of service from our government. There is no reason why we can't have a better quality of life in the city of Mumbai. I don't have too much time. I have about 10 minutes, and I honestly believe we will not achieve a lot by yelling at each other. I want quick suggestions, whether they're short-term, long-term, overnight, will take the next 10 years. I want suggestions from every one of our panelists that we can offer to Mr. Sirsat to take to the government. That way we can be as proactive as possible. Rishi Agarwal, what would you like to tell the government right now?
Well, I really don't have any idea of quick solution, but during the break I was just talking with Sudhir and thinking of like SV Road, which is an arterial road of Mumbai from Bandra till Dahisar, is something I've studied in a sense well. There are almost 20 bottlenecks over there where the road actually shrinks to almost 30 feet because some of the structures from 100 years are still over there.
Yes.
Now the government is liberal in giving all kind of FSI, and this is a conversation which I've been having with various government authorities for the past 5 years.
What's
that
the
you need to
suggestion?
have a uniform width, remove these bottlenecks, give
Yes.
FSI to these people, rehabilitate them. Immediately you'll see traffic moving faster on SV Road,
Uniform
which means
width.
some of the people who are on Western Express Highway will immediately move to SV Road, and we will see some kind of a balancing happening. So these kind of simple principles can be followed, and if not within a day, I think conveniently within 6 months to 1 year. So the next monsoon at least will be a lot better.
All right, uniform width across SV Road, that's a great suggestion that could be used across a lot of our arterial roads that are facing problems right now. Mr. Singh, what's your suggestion for the government?
Remove corruption.
Well, I think when we were young, we would see 1% of the bikes in Mumbai road vis-a-vis cars. Today, the bikes are 200%. As you rightly said, cops only harass for helmetless driving. This has to be stopped. Bikes have to be encouraged, which occupy lesser space. Number two, the 30-meter buffer on either sides of the Western Express Highway, that has to be enforced. And all the buildings which have come up in violation of the Highway Authority instructions, they need to be demolished. They may be big skyscrapers, but certainly some very, very strong action is required. Thirdly, the environment impact assessment which is being done, that has to be done meticulously. This copy-paste method by environmental consultants, this has to be done away with. An environment impact assessment report has to be made through 4 seasons so as to see the impact, and without that impact, no decision should be taken, either to increase the FSI of 4 in BKC or in the airport area.
Fair enough. Mr. Gandhi, what is your recommendation for the government?
When you suggested that the less dense side of the road should be made one way, I think that's a brilliant idea, and yes, I can imagine this can really be done within a week if there is a will.
All right.
Stopping transport trucks also sounds like a good idea. We can have them coming at night. Medium term, I would submit that we need a lot of buses on the road, and the government can even subsidize those buses. That would be mass transport, and without that, I think there's no other solution that I can think of.
Those are great solutions that we should, of course, consider. Bharat Kumarji, what is your solution?
I have a couple of suggestions which will reduce the plight. I'm not saying it will completely go. Number one is the heavy traffic regulation has to be there. Heavy traffic should be regulated so that during peak hours there is no truck seen on the main roads. If they are going to the port, then there is now that freeways made. So they should enter free from wherever and go there. So that would be reduced. Number two is, as suggested, there should be regulation on increasing the lane. So during peak hours, the city going and suburb going lane should be increased so that, and that can be done overnight also. What we have to do is just create some more lanes. So that is another thing. One more thing is said we are talking only of the city of Mumbai. City of Mumbai traffic. The root causes are not only in the city, they are outside the city also. So we should also see that the traffic coming from Kalyan, Dombivli, Thana, Vashi, they are regulated.
All right. I'm running out of time, Mr. Bharat. Sudhir Badami, what's your suggestion?
Well, very simple thing is that we need to increase the carrying capacity on the roads. When I say carrying capacity, carrying number of people on the roads. And that is possible
through the BRTS, because the buses carry so many more people.
Please understand what BRTS stands for.
Yes.
It's Bus Rapid Transit System. That S stands for system. And it's not just a small little thing, have a dedicated lanes.
Yes.
It is a properly well-designed system which will have a capacity which we will not require additional capacity of what I call the other side of the roads. So we need to provide this.
Okay.
People from cars will start moving into this because they will be in traffic jam. They had to be kept in traffic jam so that they think of better solutions.
Okay.
We had to also reduce
All right.
use of cars.
We get only, I mean, my only submission to you, Sudhir Badami, and I don't want to get into that argument right now, but unless we give people a solution, we cannot punish them for using
And who
their
are the
cars.
people?
As a citizen,
Who are the people? I'm
Arvindji,
talking about largest
what is
number
your-
of people.
what's your
I'm not
solution?
talking about, say, for just to give it
Okay,
numbers.
Sudhir Badami, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. I just want to bring in Arvind's suggestion for the government.
But you must
आपको
remember
एक
the
दिन की
numbers.
सुविधा में एक दिन में ये सब चेंज नहीं कर सकते, उसको तो थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा ही, समय तो लेना ही चाहिए। और जो मुंबई बढ़ रही है, स्मार्ट सिटी हो रही है, तो थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा ही उसके लिए। तो सब पॉलिटिशियंस जो बाकी के जो लोग हैं उनको ज़रूर टाइम उसमें मिलेगा तो वो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी उसमें जितना भी पारदर्शिता आ सके वो अगर आ जाएगी तो जरूर उसमें
Work with the
कुछ
citizen.
सुधार हो सकता है।
Right.
और हर एक की सोचने की बात अलग अलग रहती है, लेकिन हमें अभी देखना है कि अगर मुंबई स्मार्टर सिटी बनती है, ये आशिया का एक बड़ा बिजनेस चेंबर बन गया है, तो उसमें हमें हर एक को योगदान देना चाहिए।
ठीक है।
As
Okay,
a-
okay. You know, before we completely run out of time on this show, Mr. Sirsat, here are the suggestions, and I'll recap them for you because I hope that you will take them to the government as a representative of the Maharashtra BJP government. Short-term solutions: reduce the number of trucks that come into the city during rush hour, allow more lanes to be used on the opposite side of the road, which is not active right now, or which has less traffic right now because the traffic is moving in one direction. Medium-term solutions: consider, I beg you, the BRTS in the city of Mumbai, because if 100 or 50 people can travel in a bus vis-a-vis one person or 3 people in a car, that's obviously more efficient. The 30-meter buffer has to be enforced on the Western Express Highway. SV Road, bottlenecks can be ironed out by creating a uniform width across that entire road. That's something we should consider as well. And the wonderful suggestion that was given by Mr. Arvind: work with your citizens, invite suggestions from your citizens. Mr. Sirsat, will you take this to the state government on our behalf? What commitment can you give me?
Definitely. I'm really thankful to all the panelists for giving all these suggestions, which would definitely solve the problem to 20%, 30%. Long-term solutions will take its own time, maybe 3 to 4 years. Immediate remedial solutions I'll take up with Honorable Chief Minister, who is very much proactive, and will definitely work on it. Thank you to all panelists for giving these valuable suggestions.
Will you give us a commitment that you will give us an update on the work that you will do with the Chief Minister, if there is a panel that can be set up on this particular problem of traffic to find an immediate or a medium-term solution?
See, the panel is already in place.
Okay.
It has to work. The panel recommendations are already there with the government. It is to be implemented by the police and by different authorities. BRTS overnight is not possible because dedicated lane we cannot create throughout the city. Kulaba to Dahisar dedicated lane overnight is not possible. It is very, very long-term solution.
What about the other solutions?
Other
as long
solutions
as
we can
metro, sir.
definitely.
Will you give
Not
me,
as long as
I've run out of
metro.
time, Sudhir Badami, I've run out of time. Will you, Mr. Sirsat, give me a
We
commitment?
can support BST.
Will you
That
give
we
me a
can certainly
commitment,
do.
Mr. Sirsat, that these suggestions will be taken to the Chief Minister or to the
And Mr.
panel that's
Sirsat was the
considering it, and
chairman
you
of
will give
BST
us
at
an
one point.
update in the next 1 week about what the state government of Maharashtra is doing to help its citizens who are suffering right now?
Definitely.
All right, so you'll give us an update and you'll give us a commitment?
Yes, definitely.
All right. A commitment there from the state of Maharashtra that they will look into this issue and we will push it. And I want a commitment from you as citizens that you will not silently suffer, that you will send out those photographs, that you will send out the problems that you have, that you will raise your voices loud enough to reach the Chief Minister, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, hear your citizens and hear the fact that they are suffering on the roads every day. This requires your immediate attention from the capital of this state. Thanks for watching.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.